Hi everybody, I wanted to show you a quick video about something that we are super excited to finally be able to share with you guys. We've been talking about it for months, but we have our new Roddy Insights program and subscription service that you guys can actually have access to in our beta counties. It's not in every one of our counties yet, but we've got several counties now that we have drive-by pictures of every single house, title reports of every single house, construction estimates for every single house, CMAs for every single house in the county. I'm going to show you how to access it and the sort of ways you might be able to use the tool. So first, I'm just going to go log in. As you guys should know, you're able to log in to prophawk.com with the same login information that you use to log in to foreclosure.info or FLS online. So that is the first step, is you get to log in with the same info that you've done before. Next, there's a couple different ways. You can go up here to acquisition and foreclosure auctions, or right when it loads up, you can hit foreclosure auction, and it's going to take you to the foreclosure auction menu. Now, the counties that you can get this new Roddy Insight in, the ones that we're actually doing the trial in, are Travis County, Tarrant County, Denton County, Dallas County, Collin, and Bell. So there's 6 counties we're going to try this with to see how everybody feels about it, if people are using the service, so we can figure out if we're going to go to some other areas. So I'm going to go to Bell County for December and show you guys what you would have seen using the Roddy Insight tool and how you can use that data. So one of the neat things that you guys have been able to see in there is we're now updating cancellations or not. So this subscribe now, this is the part that's always been available inside prophawk. So meaning you can use our Roddy Portfolio Builder app. You go drive by the properties. It would save the pictures up here. You can change your own sales price, your own construction, your own profit percentages, and it'll tell you this is how much you should bid on it. The mobile app then also tells you that. We've got MLS comps down here. So you can zoom into the property. Say, all right, here's the property that I've got. I want to see it. We've got a chart of the sales property and how we come up with kind of an estimated sales price to begin with. But you could go through here and say, all right, all that looks good except for Hastings has a pool. I'm going to take that one out. When you don't include Hastings anymore and you go back, it adjusts the spreadsheet a little so it changes that value. You could also look and see what property is far away. Oh, Blair is further away than the rest. So you can go through, you can find Blair and say, I don't want that one to count either. Oh, and that one has a pool. So you take that one off, the chart redoes itself again, changes the sales price again, and comes up with an estimated value. Now, that's not part of the new tool. That's just some of the things that you can already do inside prophawk. But here's the new part. So the new part here, it says subscribe now in the Roddy Insights. When you go in, there's different prices for each county. They range from $250 a month in some of our smaller counties. So in Travis, Denton, Collin, Bell, you're going to get that for $250 a month. In Tarrant County, it's going to be $400 a month, and in Dallas County, it's going to be $600 a month. Now, the reason being is there are a lot more properties to drive and do title on and comp in some of those bigger counties, but the goal of our price was to make sure that it was still less expensive than if you paid somebody to do title yourself, that if you paid somebody to go drive the properties yourself one at a time. It's like a bulk service. If you were going to do this by yourself in Bell County, it might cost you $1,000, but by buying it from us, you're going to get it for $250. So I'm going to hit submit payment. I'm going to sign up for the Roddy Insight service, Bell County, and here it is. All right, so now it says we've received the payment. Now you can access your service. So I'm going to hit search again and see if the Roddy Insights has been unlocked. So now you can see the Roddy Insights has been unlocked. So we have title reports on all of them. So here it says title is green, yellow, or red. Green means it's good to go. Yellow means it's probably good to go, but here's some things to think about. And then red means it is not good to go. So as you click through here, here's the yellow. This title status says, hey, there's a federal tax lien for $60,000. So even though we've done title, that means you have to wait 120 days if you are going to buy that one. You go through, this one has good title. This one has good title. Now here is where the Roddy Insights actually comes in to play. So for all of these properties, you can do 2 things. If you drove the property yourself and used our app, it would show up here under My Picks. But if you subscribe to the Roddy Insights service on all of the properties, you'll actually see these pictures. So these are drive reports that somebody on our team went and did for you. I'm going to adjust this down a little bit just so you can see the comments at the bottom there. It says property recently left in good condition. You can see a picture inside. There's a little bit of furniture left over. You got granite countertops, stainless appliances. Looks good from the outside. There's some furniture left there also. So there's like couches. AC looks like it's in good shape, but the computer's gone. The TV's gone. People are they've either moved out or in the process of moving out. Looks like there's some moving boxes there, but it is not lived in anymore. You know, utilities are off. So that's the record that we got from the drive-by. So we took that and we said, considering all that, we are going to put a $10,000 construction estimate on there. Now people say, how do you come up with those estimates? Well, on all of these, the prices are different, but this one is $10,000 because we had our construction team look at it. So Roddy also has construction services that after you buy it, you could hire them to go do some of these things for you. So that's the first thing. I'm going to go through these and then show you how you might be able to, change it around a little bit if you want to, or how you can use those to adjust it yourself. We put in that we believe the sales price is going to be $260,000, and that gives you a purchase price of $210,000 if you're going to use our insights. So now you pay. We're telling you, hey, you could bid $210,000 for this thing. Here's the caveat: we're using a 12% purchase price based on that. You could look at this and say, okay, I like that, but I think it's going to be a little bit more in construction. So I'm going to, you're going to edit your own, and you're going to go up in construction. So let's say you say, I'm going to spend a little bit more on construction, but we do agree with that sales price. So then you put in the sales price that you like with ours here. But you could say, maybe I only want a 10% profit goal instead, and I'm my own agent, so I'll do a 3% commission. Or you might need, you say, hey, you're going to hire an agent, pay him 4%, so you put that on there. So now you can do your own calculation using our info. And now your calculation, doing that a little different, says your purchase price is $207,000, and we said it was going to be $210,000. It's a great way to use the tool. Use our pictures, use our stuff, make some adjustments. You can even look at the comps and say, hey, did they use good comps for that or not? I'm going to adjust it up or down a little bit. Now, how that also comes into play a lot. Let's say the only difference is construction. So you say, hey, we're going to do it for $10,000 in construction, and we're going to do profit of 10% instead of 12%. Now, where does that leave me? So as you refresh again, it says, okay, now your purchase bid, we recommended purchasing for $210,000, but if you wanted to get a 10% profit, your purchase bid would be $212,000. Here's some of the other interesting information. This one in December, the opening bid was $150,000, but it sold to third party at $211,500. So it sold for right around our estimate. A little bit less if you were at 10%, a little bit more at 12%. So that one was pretty close to what happened. But as we go through the sheet, I'm going to now filter and say, I just want to look at the properties that sold. So you can use prophawk and go through and say sold to third, sold to lender, and pull it up. Now I'm showing the Bell County ones, but these are actually the ones that sold. So I can go to the next one. I can see the pictures. I can click through them. I can see, what happened. So it's got a vacant lockbox on it, but they don't know what the other condition is. They had to come up with an estimate based on that. That would have normally been a $7,000 or $8,000 construction because they couldn't see the inside. They do $12,000. Purchase bid of $137,000 on that one. The opening bid was $149,000. Somebody actually paid $155,000. So it sold for $18,000 more than we recommended. Now, don't be discouraged. I'm going to show you a few more things that I think might get some of you guys excited. As I go down to Water Oak, same thing. We've done the analysis for you. We tell you that you could pay up to $103,750. If you want a 10% profit, you could pay up to $105,000. Well, that one opened at $92,000 and it sold for $99,000. So if somebody went to auction, they bought our all-inclusive or our Roddy Insights, they just followed our bids, they might have been able to buy that one on Water Oak. Title says there's one loan, totally okay, no back taxes on it. Let's click through a couple more. Again, the comps are showing up down here. Here's the comps. Here's the charts. We recommend a $118,000 purchase for this one. It sold for $129,000. Okay, that one wouldn't have been ours. So you would have showed up there and been outbid, but maybe it's a little less discouraging because you didn't spend 100 hours working on this thing. We'll keep going down the list. Paintbrush Drive, we recommended a $121,000 purchase. Sold for $127,000. Outbid again. 5503 Ortis, we recommend $132,000 purchase. It sold for $149,000. Okay, outbid again. Now we're going to come closer to some of the opportunity in there. Here we recommended a $70,000 purchase price. And this is a really detailed one, right? So this one was vacant, older property. we went through and saw just the age of it, you can see that, you know, maybe cabinets need to be replaced. The comp pricing wasn't as easy as the rest because of the age. Construction budget of $27,000. Going through the comps on here, if you were just going to use the MLS stuff, it would tell you $146,000. But that takes all this other stuff. Our team has gone through, we've adjusted it and said, no, that one's worth $115,000 on a resale. You can even click the one nearby and go, okay, the one right nearby sold for $141,000. And that sold recently. This one nearby sold for $162,000. These were all bigger. That price comes down. $115,000, very safe purchase on that. $27,000 construction, very safe purchase. Title, one loan, okay. We recommended you purchase that for $70,000 at a 12% profit. It sold to third party for $60,000. So that one has the potential to be, $17,000 profit on a $60,000 investment, or an even more affordable rental. So we keep clicking through here. Next, we recommended an $84,000 purchase price. That one sold for $112,000. Okay, no big deal. Last one, we recommended $130,000 purchase price, and it sold for $68,000. Now, that one was bad title. That was an HOA lien, and so we would not have cleared it. So that wouldn't have been one that we had sent, so we didn't have the title, but that's why that one sold for so much more than we would have seen on there. So as you guys look at our new Roddy Insights subscription, you can use it for two things. It can be your standalone service. You can use that. You can look at the pictures. You can see if you trust us. You can look at our title. And if you trust us, you could go to auction with those. You could print out those bid amounts, go, and you might have gotten a couple houses already just using our sheet with a lot less effort than you guys are going through right now. You can also use it to use it as a guide. You can be very hands-on. Maybe you get your own pictures done and you compare with ours. Did you see something ours didn't? Did our driver find out something that you didn't? So you could have your own picks and go back and forth. You could look at those prices and you could do your own comps using this sheet and say, all right, well, so here's the MLS comps in the area. Maybe you have the experience to know that these are the only two comps that actually matter for where you are. And so you can make those adjustments. That way you'll go through and you can adjust on the top, where you can say, all right, I'm going to change my own sales price to this, my construction price to this, but do this for profit and something else. Then you'll have your own purchase bid compared to the other one. So I know this has been a long video. One last thing to show you guys is our Roddy profile sheets. So we've talked to you guys about this just a little bit. And these are the new sheets that we have on prophawk for all of our properties. And we have a lot of extra info on them. Now, this property itself didn't have a whole lot on there. It just shows, what do we think about the market in the area and what loans are on the property. So this one, Continental Homes sold the property to Marcus Harris back 9/7 of 2018. The loan was $175,000. The pre-foreclosure notice that's in default is actually linked to that one. And so there's only one loan on this property. That's the one the pre-foreclosure notice is to. Now you pretty much have a built-in title report. As I say that, these are not insured. So this is using data and software public records and scraping files in order to get you what we think is the best. This should be used as a guide, but it shouldn't undo other things. What it should do is help you cross stuff off the list. You should have plenty that you come across that the profile sheet actually has a problem with it, or something that's confusing where you say, all right, there was a loan on it, but the only loan on record got released, or here's the one that's in default, the 99596, like that's the one that's in default. Is that a first position? Yes, it looks like that was the one that was recorded right after the other. So you'll be able to take this list and narrow it down. Those Roddy profiles are really, really cool as they try to show you, what is the title history on it? Who bought it? How much did they buy it for? So again, wanted to show you the new Roddy Insights tool. Really easy to sign up for, really easy to use. I know this has been an incredibly long video, but hopefully you got some information in there, and please reach out to us with any questions you have.